And let me bring somebody from the black community into this discussion. Ty is on the phone. Just so you know, from the audience, Ty is laying in bed. He potentially needs neck surgery, but he's going to call in anyway because I wanted to talk to you, Ty. As I said when Stacey Abrams...
Hey, don't be trying to pander to black people.
Don't be trying to pander to black people.
Only when we need votes, baby.
What I was saying, when Stacey Abrams conceded, I made this point, and with Gillum, I'm making this point. I'm a white dude. You know, I definitely have privilege, some of it conscious, some of it not conscious. So black people running for office in America have way more to deal with than white people. So I get what Gillum was up against because Florida, northern Florida compared to southern Florida, might as well be a different country as far as racism. So talk to me about your thoughts on what we've been talking about. Where did Gillum go wrong?
Yes, so like you were saying, dog. Like I was at someone's house last night that visited Florida, and they just gave me this horrific story about Florida and being chased down by the KKK. And they stopped at a gas station, wasn't served gas, and the guy, I think she said that she went to pick up a soda. The owner of the store came out with a shotgun and said, "I want you to put that down and get out of my store." Like that. So, all those things, I'm sure, like I can't fathom that type of thing. I deal with racism, but that's an extreme thing to deal with as a black person where it's still right there. It's like, goddamn, things haven't changed. So there's a whole lot of things that probably come into mind as far as the politics, especially in Georgia and Florida. But, that being said, I guess the point that I'm trying to make right now, that there's a lot of things that you, Peter, don't have to consider when you're racing, and especially in those type of states. But I think Gillum, I had a discussion, back and forth with somebody on Facebook, and they tried to use him going after the NRA and gun reform. I'm like, nah, player. Like he said that in the primary, and after the primary, like you said, he was up 12 points. As he started to pivot, I mean, if he didn't understand Debbie Wasserman Schultz, Hillary Clinton is like slapping progressives in their face. Because what you're saying now is, oh, this is a game. This was a game for you. You think you have the home stretch. Now you're showing us who you are, because we can only interpret what we see. You know what I'm saying? So then it makes you seem disingenuous. And now you have a whole different perception of him, regardless of anything else. I need someone genuine. That's the reason why I like Stacey. Everything she said. I don't think she held back. I don't think she was apologetic. I don't think she was preoccupied with how someone felt she would say. I think everything she felt, everything she said was genuine. It's probably certain things that you felt that she should have did or done more. That's your opinion. But I don't think that she held back. I don't think she was preoccupied with, I don't want them to think that I'm the angry black man. No, I mean, her concession speech, her quote-unquote concession speech, she was letting you know how she felt. You know what I mean? I mean, just the video that you showed earlier with her talking to Jake Tapper. Like, I don't think she bit her tongue, and I think that is one of the endearing things that we enjoyed and loved about her, and initially about Gillum when he first went. But
Hey, Ty, can I just interrupt you for a second? Because I know you love to defend and give the benefit of the doubt to every establishment media figure known to man. What do you think of Jake Tapper's performance during that interview with Stacey Abrams?
Let me tell you, I was on your team. I was like, what the fuck? Because I'm sitting there and I'm thinking, I said, if I was her, I would have been like, is that a real question right now? Like, you really gonna say, what's the difference? Have you not been paying attention? Have you not read articles? Is this something that someone's asking you to ask me that's in your ear right now? Have you not done research? That's the most ridiculous question based on the evidence that's out. How does this compare at all to what Trump was saying? No, that would have been hot, but you can't do all that. I would have made him feel bad. I would have made him feel like a sucker. But that's me laying in my bed watching the clip. I don't know. I probably would have choked too. But what I'm saying is, I agree. I agree with what you said. I thought it was absurd, man. I would have been hot. It's hard for me. That's probably why I couldn't be a politician. Because
well,
I can't. I'm too passionate.
I don't want to deter off of the Gillum subject, but I was saying, I mean, Jake Tapper, you either don't research before you're like comparing it to Trump pushing out this propaganda and bullshit about voter fraud in Florida. That's kind of insulting to the 92-year-old civil rights.
It's very insulting. It's like, what are you doing? Like I almost feel like, are you trying to punk me? Like, I mean, in a sense, like, is this a joke right now? Is that a real question? Do you really think people would say, what's the difference? You don't see the difference? Oh, well, I'm just trying to be fair. Is that fair and balanced? Motherfucker, you obviously haven't did the research. That's not fair and balanced.
And by the way,
we're trying to be fair and balanced.
And by the way,
silly ass questions.
I agree.
That shit had me hot.
And by the way, thanks to Ty cursing 4 times this minute, we're probably going to be demonetized even more. So feel free to keep the super chat money coming. So getting back to Gillum, you know, I found it interesting also because during the debate, I was saying, to me as a white dude, there were very clear opportunities where DeSantis was saying things that not only were dog whistling, but just straight up barking. And there were also things where he was saying things that, you know, in debates, you're looking for like a knockout soundbite that the media will play over and over. But it seemed like Gillum was trying so much to come off diplomatic and calm. And I wanted to ask you, I'm not stereotyping but you're black and I'm not. Was that because, like, as a black candidate, you probably have to take extra steps to not come off as angry, so to speak?
That is so fucking frustrating, dog. That is so frustrating. That's the true thing. It actually is the true thing. I want to say no because I think it's a whole lot of other things with Gillum. You know what I mean? Once you lose trust, people look at you through a different lens. And every time I saw him in a debate, especially after he tried to walk back single payer, and you know when DeSantis was coming at him about what would happen to the batteries, and he wasn't trying to defend that. I really started to look at him as just phony. And once you're fake and you're phony to me, I'm turned off. But taking all that aside, absolutely, dog. When I was at just a little example of what black people have to deal with, not based on anything else but our experience in this United States of America. I used to live like right down the street from USC when I went to USC. So if I was walking home at night from school from USC and there was a white girl in front of me, and I was too close, I would deliberately stop or slow down just to give her more distance, just to make sure that she didn't feel threatened. You know what I'm saying? Like it was certain things that I would like do extra, and so absolutely, it's a whole lot of times that, I mean, back in the day when I was preoccupied about how someone would feel, I would try to tone it down because I'm like, okay, they're gonna think I'm the mean black. Like my point is valid. I'm passionate. I mean, I can tell you this is another example. I was working at the Cheesecake Factory, and I'm passionate. You see, I'm talking right now. I'm a passionate guy. I have passion when I talk. So it was another guy that worked at the Cheesecake Factory, and he would get so upset when food didn't come out. He would just start cussing. And so a lot of times, right before our shift, we'd have these meetings, and they would address him doing it. Obviously, they didn't like it. They was like, we understand your passion, man. We understand what you're doing, but, you know, we got to make sure we watch that. And that's how they would address him. They would call it passion. And so when I would have disagreements about something with management, literally, it would be like, why are you so angry? It was never classified as passion with me. And it was the same passion. And I'm talking, why are you so angry? Look at you right now. You're being real aggressive. So, yeah, this is, you know, they see us through a different lens. So that is true. He probably is preoccupied by that. But, I mean, he's, you know, I guess, you know, that's a real thing. You know, I'm more preoccupied. When I think about Gillum, you know, and there's a whole lot of other things that come in my mind. So, to be honest, I have to defend him because that's the real thing. But I think it's right. For me, I thought it was fake. He's phony. He's exactly what the Democratic Party has always been. And I'm going by his actions. I loved him during the primaries, and then he walked it back, and everything else seemed fake. His tone seemed fake. He just seemed disingenuous from that point on. I just couldn't see him the same. And
Jeremy Hall, $5 on the super chat. Hey Ty, loving the truth, kicking it. Hey Jeremy, Tune in Monday, Wednesday, Friday this week. Ty will be live 1:30 Eastern Time, 10:30 Pacific. We call it Truth with Tommy. The Truth with Tommy.
Wait, what did you call it? Did you show our podcast already?
No, that's the last thing I'm going to do today.
Okay, because I was going to say, you called it something. Whatever you called it yesterday, it had a ring to it. I thought it was funny.
Truth with Tommy.
Was it Truth with? Nah, it sounds way better than that. That don't sound genuine.
So come up with a name.
Got that ring. Huh?
Come up with something. You were going to say something?
No, whatever you said, I guess when they see the podcast, you said it did. It had a little ring to it. I mean, we're not gonna call it that, but I was kind of impressed. I was like, look at him.
Yeah. Ty,
that short bus helps him out. Go ahead. What happened?
You know, Ty, one thing that I always wanted to talk about, which I thought was something that really showed who Gillum was as a candidate, in the primary at the very least, was early on there was a scheduled debate in Homestead, which is probably the poorest part of southern Miami. And it's all minority, it's all black and Hispanic. And all 5 gubernatorial candidates were scheduled to be there. This was, in fact, within about 20 minutes of where Mayor Levine lives. The only person who showed up to this debate was Gillum. And here's a room full of people that didn't have much money to give, if any at all.
Yeah.
But he wanted to be there because I truly believe he wants to represent people. And that, maybe as important as anything, is why I supported him as wholeheartedly as I did, even though I knew he had flaws.
Yeah. Well, I would say this, and you're right. People do things and people touch you. I thought that was great, but that's easy, dog. I mean, that's easy, Pim. That's easy for him. He's a black man. That's easy. That's a given. We can do that. His heart, he doesn't have to be convinced to do that. You know what I'm saying? Just that's easy for him. Your character comes out when you're pushed against the wall. Pressure makes diamonds. So it's when you're pushed against the wall and your convictions really stand out when the fire's against you. That's easy. What he did, it was great. But that's easy. We can do that. I can easily go to Compton right now and go to Watts and talk to them. And I want to talk to them because I want to get them involved. And I understand how people ignored them. So that's easy for me.
But remember, the people that live in Compton and Watts are aware, especially with the Democratic Party, that they only care about them when there's an election to be had and they need their votes.
Of course. So that I guess that's my point, right?
Yeah.
What I'm saying is, he did that, and that's great. He should have done that. All of them should have done that. You know what I'm saying? But that's easy, dog. That's a given, I feel. Of course you should care about people, but we're talking about what you stand for. I'm sure everyone genuinely, if you're not just an asshole and a Klans member or something like that, I'm sure everyone genuinely cares about people. But what are your policies? Do you stand on them? Well, I mean, don't get caught up in semantics. Okay, we can have an argument about if people really care about people. That's not the point. What I'm saying is this: your policies, the things that can help us change. Are you the same thing that we've been dealing with this entire time? Or are you something different? Because when you went to the general election, it looked like I was looking in the mirror at something that I've been seeing. That's the thing. You know what I'm saying? The reason that I was going for you is because you seem different. And then all of a sudden you do an about face.
Ty.
Think about this. Think about you being with women that cheat on you all the time and they cheat on you. All of a sudden
Ty, we have a major announcement to make real quick.
Apparently, I just should let Ty rant for a few hours. We just got a $260 contribution. $260 contribution from Alan.
You know what? If we really want to keep it 100, I mean, every time, whether I'm on the phone or whether you got my video up.
Oh, stop it.
People would be like, hey, let me put some money in this.
Ty, let me ask you a question from a perspective that, there are 2 rules of thumb that I thought of when it came to Gillum, who I thought was, again, just from an objective perspective, was clearly the better candidate between him and DeSantis.
Well, I don't think that's arguable. I think you're absolutely right. He was a better candidate.
So here's the issue that I saw on two fronts. The one front, which was something that I don't think Gillum could control, was the fact that Florida the Florida Democratic Party as a whole basically made him a Trojan horse in that he had to carry the weight for almost every other candidate, whether it was a top-tier ticket candidate like a Senator Nelson or Jeremy Ring, who was running for CFO. And then, of course, you had the state house and state senate races where you seldom saw any progressives running. I'm not concerned about who was running for Congress or running for Senate. I want to know who was running in the state of Florida, in the state house and state senate races, in a state that in Tallahassee is thoroughly dominated 2/3 by Republicans. And if you don't have those surrogate candidates running in Destin, running in Jacksonville, running in Tampa Bay, running in Naples, you're not going to garner enough support. I mean, to Gillum's credit, especially with that bus, he ran all over the state and was a tremendous candidate in regards to getting the word out. But the fact that he didn't seem to have those surrogates on the ground, I felt that that really played a role in his ability to get over the top. That's on one front, and then the other front is the money that he was taking from certain people that may have encouraged him to pivot a certain way during the general.
And Ty, wait one second. I just want to read the comment. Alan just contributed $260. He said, I donated because we are basically fucked. We're ruled by psychopaths who still wanted to deny climate change is real as California burns, etc., etc. We need someone to call these lying pricks out and expose them for who they are. Go get them, Jordan. P.S. Go vegan. I'll try on the last part. I did that for a few days. It was wonderful. My toilet appreciated it. But what can I say? I like steak. I know it's bad for me. But I wanna say one thing to that, and then I want to get back to Ty. Alan, we're not here only to call out the lying pricks. We're there to bring them down. That's the end game for us. I love calling out pricks. But if we can't actually bring them down a notch, get some people fired, help get the truth out, get some government agencies that are doing wrong things to go behind bars, then it's all for nothing. That takes a while, but contributions like you are much going to help us do that. So thank you for that contribution. And we just got another $10 from Carson Henley, donated $10. So keep it coming on the GoFundMe. Go ahead, Ty.
What I was saying is, I think you're right, dog, and I think that issue that didn't get him over the hump was that it would have been those progressives that was out there. Gillum didn't hear from the DNC or the DCCC before he won the general. It wasn't him that got he campaigned. Bernie campaigned with him during the primary. They came way after.
He didn't hear from them until he started embracing Hillary Clinton and these folks.
So let me tell you this. It's a slight. This is the reason why, some people chose to vote and some people chose not to vote in 2016. Like the analogy I was trying to make, man, if you've been cheated on all your life with girlfriends, all of a sudden you get this girl and everything's working out and you think this is like, wow, I thought I couldn't find someone that wouldn't cheat on me. And obviously I got it. Then all of a sudden you find out that she's cheating, and you're like, what the fuck, man? And it becomes so frustrating because you feel like we're finally getting somewhere. We finally got someone that has heart to take it to these people. Like, it seems Alexandria Cortez is. I mean, when you get that, especially in a state like Georgia, and he's making history. He's making history standing on his principles. He's making history not compromising. This is my guy.
And isn't Alexandria incredible when you consider, even though she's pretty much the only one out there right now, but you're seeing everyone who's watching this, just remember, you are seeing the effects of a candidate who ran a 100% clean campaign. She doesn't have any dirty money behind her. She basically is free to say whatever she wants. And now she, all by herself, is literally shaking up D.C. And that there's something to be said for anyone who says that you can't win an election without taking the dirty money. Well, she did it, and she didn't just do it against anybody. She did it against a 20-year incumbent who outspent her 10-1 and literally controls Queens and the Bronx, and she still beat him convincingly, and now she's in D.C. all by herself, causing a shitstorm.
Yeah. Let me tell you this. Jordan said it perfect today, and I'm going to talk about it tomorrow as well. But when you're running for office, if it's really about the people, and it's really about changing policy, and you're in a unique position where you can actually push forward change. Barack Obama, 2008, you got the Senate and the House. So if my political career is 4 years, then it's 4 years, because I'm here for a reason. Now, if my work allow me and my convictions allow people to then vote for me for another term, I will be voted in. But I came in here to change shit, and my actions aren't going to be dictated by whether I get voted in the next 4 years. If you get people like that, and it seems like she's one of those people that's going in, that's what it's about. People are more dictated by their careers. I'm telling you, you get in there, you change it. People will fight for you if they see you fighting for them. Promise you. She didn't get in that seat by herself. People saw her fighting and they fought for her. That's how she got in.
Oh yes.
Without the DNC or the DCCC. When you have the DCCC sending out letters telling people not to endorse certain progressives against all that adversity. Like you said, a 20-year incumbent. You can't just sneeze at that. And she ain't shaking about, oh man, I got this seat. I don't want to hold on. I got it. Let me just kick back and be easy. They want Nancy Pelosi in the House. Maybe she's good. Nah, fuck that. I'm not here for that. I'm not here for that. That's the issue. I'm not here for that. I ain't trying to hear it. I'm going to tell you how I feel. You want to tell me how it works? Nigga, I know how it works. That's why I'm here, because I don't like how it works. And the majority of the country don't like how it works. So I don't care how the Democratic Party works. The way the Democratic Party works inspired me to come and run for office.
And you know that she's making a serious impact because you've got establishment people on television telling her to sit down, which means that they're clearly concerned about the message she's putting out there. And it's amazing, of all the people I have to tip my hat to, Fox News, when they talk about Alexandria, actually put her policy positions right up on the screen. And when it shows Medicare for all, college for all, living wage, and ending the foreign wars, it's like, I get the feeling a lot of people are going to support that.
Well, they call it the radical policies, but it's kind of funny that they're actually making her look good without realizing it. But
that's the thing. They're not realizing what they're doing. They don't realize what they're doing. They're thinking no one's going to go for this. Let's put this out there as much as possible because this is absurd.